guys, KaliFab here, and today I'm going to do the if I could only keep one tag. So I was actually tagged by my girl Jessica Lee here on YouTube, and I will leave her link down below, so thank you so much, Jessica, for tagging me in this video. But I'm really excited to do this. So I kind of took it as if I were to sell my entire collection, as opposed to like a natural disaster happens and I only have time to grab one or something like that. But if I were to sell my entire makeup, beauty, everything collection, these are the products that I would keep with me for my daily use. I didn't bring in like tools or anything like that. I thought that was silly, but I went through basically all the categories that I use on a regular basis, and I picked from those. There is one category that I actually chose 2 products for. So if I could only keep one, so these are the products that I would keep. So I am going to start with primer. I will show you the 2 that I have. So my basically fall through spring primer, when my skin is very, very dry, I would use or keep the Becca First Light Priming Filter. It is the purple one. This one is so incredibly good. I love this glass, the frosted glass. It is beautiful, and this does work for me year-round except for in the heat of the summer. I tried to use this in the middle of summer last year and it was just too greasy on my skin. So, but this would be like most of the year. If I lived in a very cold climate where it stayed pretty cold all year, then I would use that one, but I'm in Michigan, so it does get hot in the summer. And my summer only primer I would use is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer, simply because it's inexpensive. I don't use it year round. I mean, I can, but I don't use it year round. I really, really like this one. It is like a silicone jelly based primer, and I really do like it. It is one of the primers I finished up in 2017. And I repurchased a couple of these because, you know, they're super inexpensive and I can go through them and they're very comfortable. So this is my other primer. So the foundation that I decided on, I chose a liquid foundation. I did not choose a powder simply because I have been getting more into liquid foundations. I basically only wear powder foundations at work, and that's if I wear foundation at work, to be honest. So the liquid foundation that I chose was my holy grail of 2018, and it is the Benefit Hello Happy foundation. I have the shades 2 and 3 on me. So 3 is more like my spring, summer, fall shade, and then 2 is like my spring or my fall, winter, spring shades. So this is just number 3 right here. This is just what I had on my desk, and I love this foundation. I can definitely sheer it out to be light coverage for me, but it is more of a medium coverage foundation. It is a very, very natural look on the skin. It doesn't break apart on me at all, no matter what primer I use, or if I don't use any primer at all, which has happened a couple times. But yeah, this is one of my absolute favorite foundations, and I really like the fact that they put the expiration date on the bottom, because that helps you kind of keep track of things and when they should be used. So I would highly recommend this one for anyone that's looking for more a lighter to medium coverage with a very natural finish on the skin. You can definitely make it look more dewy by, you know, your primer and your setting sprays, stuff like that, or you can make it look more matte for the same reason. So love this one. Definitely would choose this one to keep. So for concealer, I don't really have much to say. There's only 2 that I use right now, one that I'm testing out and one that I use on a daily basis. So the one that I would keep is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer Concealer, and I have mine in the shade Fair. I got this in one of those Tarte Build Your Own Custom Beauty Kits, and I thought I was going to give it away to a friend, and I ended up loving it. This is the only concealer I use on an everyday basis. I love it too because it doesn't crease in my under eyes, and also it's so sheer and thin that it covers up just that tiny bit of pigmentation on my lids, which I really don't have much, but it's enough to cover like some of that and some veining, which same thing, I really don't have that much. Honestly, this is kind of a useless step in my process, but I really like using it, and I think it just looks really nice to my skin, and it kind of brightens that area, which I like. So definitely would keep this one. So I basically put the bronzer and the contour in the same category. So the one that I chose to keep would be my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in the shade 20M. I really, really love this one, and I can use this as a contour, as a bronzer, as, you know, anything I need. If I need to darken up my foundation, this is perfect for it. It has a very matte finish, which is what I like in my contour and bronzers typically. It's not too orange toned for me, like when comparing my skin. I don't have it on today, unfortunately, but it's just like a very natural finish. You can build it up because it does go on very lightly. Like if I just do one swipe and put it on, like it's pretty light underneath here. So that was my one swipe, that was my built up. So you can definitely build it up to the color that you need, but I love the tone of it. And anybody my shade or even slightly darker could definitely use this and enjoy it and be happy with it. I love this one and I would definitely choose this. So this was a category that I had a really hard time picking one, and this is blush. So basically everything else I was like, oh, that one, oh, that one, oh, that one. And this was a category I was like, man, I like so many different tones of blushes, different colors, different, you know, styles, different packing, I don't know, so many different things. But the one that I ended up on was one that I was using a lot last year, and I've been thinking about it a lot, and I specifically remember the name of it and everything, so I was like, you know what, I would probably be happy with that one forever. So it is from Tarte. This is actually the Blush Bazaar from last year, last Christmas in 2017. It does have 8 blush shades and 2 highlighter shades, and the one blush shade that I used nonstop from this palette and that I still remember, and it's actually, I'm kind of shaving down the printing on it, is this one right here, and it's the shade Skillful. I really enjoyed using this. It looked good with every single eye look I had. It looked good with every, you know, makeup style and lipstick and hairstyle and everything I had. I really like that one. You can definitely build it up if you need to, or you can sheer it out, whatever works for you. But I love this color. It's not too pink, it's not too mauve tone, it's on the top here. It's just like the perfect color for me, and I like that you have to build it up. Same thing as the bronzer, so that if you want to, you don't have to put it on so heavy, and it can be a very light flush to the cheeks. So I really love this one. I kept coming back to the name and I was like, you know what? That's probably the one I would grab. So this was an easy one to choose for me. It is the highlighter, and this is definitely a highlighter I would choose because if you just slightly use it, it can be very sheared out in a very flush, natural looking highlight, or you can build it up and it can be a little bit more blinding. But the one that I chose is the Laura Mercier Highlight in 01, and I love this one. Ever since I accidentally purchased it, I was like, you know what, I might as well try it. So this is what it looks like. It is a domed type product, but I love this one, you guys. It is so good. Like, I love the fact that it's just like the slightest bit of sheen, but it really looks great. It's over here swatched vertically, and I love this one. It's so pretty on the skin. Very natural looking if you want it to be, and a little bit more blinding if you build it up. I think it looks great with basically every single skin tone. I've never seen anybody wear this and it looked bad on them. So I definitely think this is the one I would grab for me to keep around. Then this was actually like, I don't know, a last minute decision, I guess. But I chose this one for 2 reasons for my eyeshadow palette. So I chose this because I knew that I could work with just this palette for at least a week. And also I chose this palette because I don't have to add on any extra shimmer, any extra matte, anything like that to make one full solid look. So the palette I would grab if I could only take one or keep one would be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. I love this palette. You can get a cool tone look, you can get a slightly warmer tone look, you can get anything you need with this palette. And I had such a great time using this on the cruise, when I was on a cruise for, 8 days and 7 nights, that I have just been loving it ever since, and I've been thinking about using it all the time, but I'm trying to do the Pan That palette. So today I actually have the Nrovina palette on my eyelids, but I just keep thinking about this one all the time. And whenever I'm looking for a really like sexy, sultry, dark, kind of like neutral nude type of look, this is the palette I go into because it has everything I need laid out in the way I would want it laid out. So I love this palette. This is the one I would grab. Now, this should not be a shocker to any of you guys. The one brow product I would grab is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I use the shade Soft Brown simply because if I only want just a little bit on my lids, then I can just do a little bit. And if I want to build it up, then it makes it very easy for me to build it up. You guys know it's a very micro brow pencil with a spoolie on the end. Love this one. This is the one I would grab. Okay, if I could only choose one mascara out of my entire collection, this has been a holy grail for me since 2015. Really long time. It is a little bit more expensive, but you can definitely find it on sale, and I've never purchased it at full price. I've only purchased it for sale, but I love this one. This is the Mirabella Lash Luxe, and it's so simple. The wand is simple, the formula is simple, but something about its simplicity makes it so incredibly beautiful. I love this one so much. I use this all the time. It stays very liquidy for a long time. I was gonna say moist, but I know a lot of people don't like that word. It stays very liquidy for a long time, and even when it does dry out a little bit, it still works amazingly well, and it revives very nicely with some eye drops. So I love this one. I would definitely highly recommend it. Lip products and setting spray is all I have left. So for my regular lipstick, everyday bullet lipstick type of style, I would choose the Tarte Color Splash lipstick in the shade Set Sail. I really love this one. I've worn it on so many different occasions. It is just like the perfect pinky, just perfect neutral color for me and my skin tone. It stays on so nicely. It doesn't get all over my teeth. It just looks great all the time. Really enjoy this one, and I love the formula. It's very soft. It doesn't spread all over my lips. It stays in place. I really love this lipstick. I would highly recommend this to you guys. Okay, for the lip gloss I would choose the one I have. I would choose its formula, but not the shade. So the one that I would choose is the Model Co. Lip Lacquer Lip Gloss. And I have the shade Socialite here, but I would actually choose the shade Morocco. You guys actually saw that in my empties for 2018. And honestly, I only got to try this little size. It lasted me forever. I did take the stopper out, and I literally, when it was gone, I was like, oh my god, I have to find something to replace it because I don't have any more. And I'm really feeling like I'm missing that one in my collection, but I do have a ton of glosses that I am trying to use up this year, and I figure if I can use up all these glosses and I'm trying to finish and figure out what formulas I really do like, maybe I can repurchase this one. I mean, I do have this one and a pink one that's in my car right now, but they're not the same as the neutral color. So I am, like I said, I am missing it, but I have a lot of others to go through, so I'm gonna wait until I go through them. But if I could only grab one, that is the one I would grab. Okay, finally for the makeup stuff. Finally, for face products, I have my Holy Grail setting spray, the one that I would grab if I had to sell everything, and it is obviously the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I love this one. I use it basically after every single application. I actually just used up a mini one of these guys to try to get it out of my collection, but I love these so much. I would repurchase in a heartbeat. They go on sale all the time, like the 2-packs. You know, if you buy them in the 2-pack and then buy them at 20% off, they're actually very affordable. And yeah, I love these ones. If you cannot afford this one, I would highly suggest the Maybelline Master Fix Face Setting Spray. I think it's like $8.99, and it's the same size bottle, same look, same everything. It's literally the exact same thing. So I would grab this one simply because I paid more money on it, but if I had either one of them, I would be happy with either one. Okay, and just because I know I could never go without like lip balms and lip treatments, I chose the lip balm that I would use for the rest of my life. If I could only have one, would be the Burt's Bees Beeswax Lip Balm. Best one ever. I love the fact that it like kind of burns and tingles when you put it on your lips. If your lips are chapped, I actually really like that because I feel like it's working. So this is the one I would choose over and over and over again. I always get a ton of them for Christmas, which is super helpful because I use a ton of them every year. And finally, the nighttime lip treatment that I would choose is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. I am quite far through mine actually, but whenever I switch to anything else, even the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, it's just not the same. It's not the same. This is so much better. This is so much thicker. It's really weird. My eye just started watering out of nowhere. It is so much thicker. It is so much more comfortable on my lips, and it doesn't taste like anything. So when I wake up in the morning, my lips are still very hydrated, but when I go to bed at night, it's like so thick and weird, but it makes me want to just sleep so I don't move my mouth anymore, which is strange, but that's okay. I love this one. I would repurchase this over and over and over again. This is the best one I have ever found. Okay guys, so that was all of the products that I would choose for the if I could only choose one tag, and yeah, I'm really happy with all of those choices. I literally use all of these items on a regular, everyday basis because I love them so much. And if I'm not using them, it's probably because I'm project panning something else or whatever, or I'm not in the mood for it or something, or I've used it for a month and I'm sick of it, something like that. But anyways, I will leave a few people down below that I want to tag for this project. I think this is really, really fun, and I'm curious to see what some of those people would say, simply because I know some of these people don't have the same type of style as me or the same kind of skin concern. So I'm actually really curious about some of the primers and some of your guys's, because that was the category I had the hardest time with. So anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.